All the game twos are wrapped now. Now it's time to talk about them. I'm going to start with the most intriguing game of the game twos, which so happened to be the Lakers and the Suns. Lakers got a well-deserved dub. They needed this dub to assert themselves back in this series. After that game one from Anthony Davis, he came back aggressive. He always should be aggressive though, but he came back aggressive. He had 30. Then the Schroeder played really, really well. He took advantage of CP not being out there, and when he was out there, he was blown by people, getting to the lane, hitting jumpers, things of that nature. Andre Drummond had a big game. He had a double-double. He damn near had a double-double in the first half for that game, controlling the offensive glass. And my key takeaway from this was the Lakers are like they're the bigger team, they're the stronger team, and they'll be able to dominate the glass and dominate the paint, get easy shots whenever they really want to. So I think that's their biggest strength, because the Suns aren't a big team at all. DeAndre Ayton is their like only real big. Dario Saric is undersized, and yeah, the Lakers are they got too much size for them. So I expect the Lakers to probably, with CP being injured, I expect them to probably get the next 4 in a row. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what it is. Next, we're in trouble in LA. The Clippers, they don't look good, bro. They don't look connected. They don't look like a team. They don't look together. They don't look anything that's a semblance of a team. The Mavericks are tearing them apart offensively. The Clippers look terrible oh my gosh, they look so terrible on defense. They're not rotating. They're not helping. Kawhi looks awful on defense. He's not even trying. Paul George looks like I'm just gonna put it out there. Kawhi looks terrible on defense. And for him to be an all NBA level, like capable defender, for him to be playing this terribly defensively is shameful, bro. Like, shameful. Luka's getting to wherever he wants on the court, hitting one-legged fadeaway threes, hitting fadeaways after taking a bump from Kawhi, hitting rainbow shots. The Mavericks in totality are doing whatever they want. They're mismatch hunting. They're getting the defense to scramble, and they're hitting open guys for threes. And to be honest with you, I don't really know what else they could do to mitigate that. They can score, but they can only score to a certain extent because their offense is isolation based, and they don't really have like a system that they run on offense. And if you just actually sit down and watch the game, I rewatched the game because the games came on at the same time. I rewatched the game today, and it looked so easy for the Mavericks. Like, even Brendan Haywood said it on the broadcast. He said these are the easiest playoff baskets he's ever seen. Like, it didn't even feel like a playoff game. They were just let Olay defense, fake help, just everything just looked awful. I'm not really concerned offensively. They could have had some more help from guys like Marcus Morris and Serge Ibaka's coming back from injury and stuff like that. But they need to lock in on defense if they actually want a chance in the series. But I don't know. I was wrong. And I'm gonna admit that now I was wrong. We'll be going to next. I'm gonna go with the second game tonight. The Knicks and the Hawks. Knicks and the Hawks was another close game. These teams are evenly matched, so these games are always gonna be close. Man, the Garden was rocking again. Obi Toppin had a moment. I literally got chills looking at, like, watching that whole sequence where he got the steal. No, I'm sorry, he didn't get the steal. He got the block, and then he went down and caught the lob, and everybody was saying his name. His mom shed a tear. Him being from New York, I'm pretty sure he imagined that as a kid, and for that to happen was nice to see. Another nice thing to see was Derrick Rose, 26 of them things. You feel me? he played like Derrick Rose, my guy. Derrick Rose is that guy. You feel me? Julius Randle he struggled shooting again, but he didn't have as bad as of a game that he had in game 1. From the Hawks side, they went cold in the third quarter, and that bench unit for the Knicks really took the lead, and they really never relinquished it after that. So it was 1-1. I expect this one to go back and forth. It's gonna be on a teeter. They're gonna be going up and down, and this one's probably gonna go 7. I'm still rocking with the Knicks in this one, but it's gonna go 7. From there, we're gonna go to the game that just finished, like literally just finished. The Jazz and the Grizzlies. This was a solid game. I'm not gonna say it was amazing. I'm not gonna say it was like riveting. Some parts of it were riveting, but not overall as a game. The Jazz really controlled it from the jump. The Grizzlies stayed like within striking distance and made a couple runs, but the Jazz were clicking on all cylinders on offense. So that was the key determining factor in them getting a dub. Donovan Mitchell came back. He came back firing. He had 25, but he came out like out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Firing. He was pumped up. He was ready to go. He's had some words for Dylan Brooks because he didn't like what happened in game 1. So he got that done. And then just like everybody was hitting their shots tonight. You know what I'm saying? They had a bad shooting game in game 1, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, they locked in. They got that scoring punch from Donovan Mitchell, because that's what he does. He's that scoring punch. He's a shot creator for them. He can get his own shot. He's a really nice passer. He can hit guys open in the corner with that little jump pass. And they played well tonight. Mike Conley had a nice game. He had a double-double. He had 14 or 15 assists. That high pick and roll was killing them. Josh too small to get around the pick, so it has to force them to help. And Rudy's open on the slip, or he can get Mike Conley can get John Morant on his hip, gets a lane floater with the right hand, that patented floater. You know what I'm saying? Royce O'Neal had a good game. Who else was hooping? Hold on. I'm surprised I got this far without mentioning John Morant. I'm not sure the specific number. The last time I was looking, it was like 45 points. That's crazy. He had a great game. Nothing really too bad for the Grizzlies. It was just like at a certain point the Jazz were just like bursting flames, on fire. Like they were hitting everything, and that's why they were the number 1 seed. They had the best record in the NBA. That offense is explosive. And once they get going in front of that crowd, especially, there's not too much else you can really do to stop them. They were getting to the line, hitting trays, getting layups, dunks, all that kind of stuff. But Ja did his thing. He had 45, like I said. Was his second all-time for the first 2 playoff games. Right behind George Mikey, he passed Luka. Well, yeah, that was it for that game. 1-1. We're going back to Memphis for that one. FedEx Forum and all that. So we're gonna see them, you know. Now for the not so good games, I'm gonna start with the games. The first game tonight, the Sixers and the Wizards. The Wizards are in a match for the Sixers. To be honest with you, I didn't watch this game because by the time I got home, I wanted to watch the Knicks and the Hawks game, and that game was just starting. And I was like, it looks like it's already out of reach by the time I get home, so I'm just gonna sit this one out. And I was right to sit it out. One thing I did see, it was just so unsavory, and people just need to be nice to each other and have common sense. Fan poured. He essentially dumped popcorn on Russell Westbrook. He was already hurt. He was going to the locker room, and just like an uncalled for thing happened for no reason. No reason at all. No reason. Just idiotic stuff. People, please respect other people. Like, come on now. Let's have common courtesy and respect for everybody. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. but the Sixers are clicking on them. They're clicking on all cylinders against the Wizards. Wizards don't have enough talent, nor do they have the dogs to really run with them, especially when nobody else can really do anything. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it for that one. We already kind of went over the other game twos. The Nets and the Celtics was the other night. Sweet. Sweet. That's all I'm gonna say. And the Bucks decimated the Heat. They played technically tonight, since it's 1 a.m. They played tonight, 7:30. In Miami. It's gonna be interesting to see if Bam and Jimmy can get it going. Because if they can't, then it's over with, you know. So I expect that to be a solid game. The Lakers and the Suns play again tonight, as well as the Nuggets and the Blazers. I hit the Nuggets and the Blazers already in the last video. Check that out in the card right there. Boom. Slip that in there. But that game was just like along with the Bucks game, it's just dragging along. Not very interesting. Nothing really to talk about those games. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The takeaways from this: the Clippers need to play. They need to figure out what to do, because they're running around like a chicken with their head cut off on defense. Luka's he's decimating them. Tim Hardaway Jr. is decimating them. Kristaps plays well. I'm not gonna say he's decimating them, but no, the whole team is they're decimating the Clippers. They need to figure that out. I don't know if the Suns can really do too much anymore. I think the Lakers got their mojo back. Towards the end of the game, they were getting a lot of steals and dunks and all that other kind of stuff. So, pretty sure the Lakers are going to take control of that series. And Grizzlies, there's like the three toss-up series right now. Yeah, 3 toss-ups. We got Jazz and the Grizzlies right now, because the Grizzlies aren't going to go away. They're going to always go down fighting. Other toss-up, Knicks and Hawks. It's just like a toss-up. Just flip a coin. Blazers, Nuggets, flip a coin. Figure out who wins. That's gonna wrap it up for this one. If it's your first time watching, listening, doing whatever you do, you feel me? Leave a like, subscribe, tell a friend to check me out, because I'm gonna be here for the foreseeable future with all these vids, my analysis. This is the Cozy Corner. You know what I'm saying? This is Cozy Boy Down. We're going to sit back, kick it, chill out, be comfortable, and talk hoops. You feel me? Nothing too crazy, nothing hot takey, just chilling. You feel me? Chill out, talk hoops. We in the Cozy Corner, man. Alright? Enjoy the games. Peace.